So to check this out, the show, we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at and have ourselves a good time. Today, everybody, is June the 5th, and that means only one thing. It means we're at the end of a format. The new ban list goes into effect tomorrow, meaning we only have today to enjoy some of the broken cards we've grown to know and love. And that means we're going to be taking a look at one of those cards, and we're taking a look today at the Superheavy Samurais, the deck that used to just be all about, oh yes, me big strong defense boy. The synchro boys that were all big tough defense, and now they're a combo wombo deck in the same vein as Infinities, and we're trying to just spam out the board all the monsters in the world. No need for spell traps in this deck. We're just going for guns, blades, and monsters all out the wazoo. I'm going to be showing off this deck here with minimal help from the OG. The Scarecrow, he's getting the ban. We got one copy of him in the deck just in case we need him, and just so he can see his deck off in this final duel with the Superheavy Samurai before they get the hit. So we're going to be taking a look at this deck on good old EDO Pro in the competitive server today. I was challenged to do so. We're going to give it a shot. We're not going to be fighting no casuals today. No siree, no bump. So we got ourselves our deck. We're going to be showing it off in some duels, showing off the wombos, of the combos, how this deck works and what it do. And, you know, I'll briefly go over, as you can see, the Super Heavy Samurais. They're all monsters. We don't need those spell traps, not in here. Briefly consider just completely trolling people. If you want to troll people, throw in like D2 shield just to screw with them. But otherwise, this is a deck all about doing monster effects, mostly around this pendulum monster. This is a one card stop to all the combos in the world, barring getting hit by Ash Blossom and things of that nature. This is the one card that you need to do all the combos and then all the negates and just completely overwhelm your opponent with all the stuff you'd like to do. So we're going to be going into the duels. We're going to show off our wakaushi, our motorcycle bike, our own version of Infernity Necromancer, and have a good time with it. So enough talking. If you want the deck list, it's going to be down in the description as normally it'd be. Don't forget to smack the like on the way down there. And let's get ourselves a rolling and take on the meta boys in the competitive server. Alrighty, our first opponent. Another day, another card game. I've not played in the competitive in a while. I'm expecting a lot of trolley combos and wombos. We'll see how it goes. We're going second. Not ideal, especially when it comes to that, but there you go. I had it muted. I expect that when I duel against people on the competitive here, I'm going to get a lot of trash comments from people saying, oh, you're playing Super Heavy Samurai. Your deck's getting the ban. Why are you here? Answer, because I can be. That's why. So what is this thing? You almost summon an Evilswarm. Evilswarm? Is this competitive? Or is this guy just like, well, summon an Evilswarm? You know what? I'm not gonna bang on my opponent's decision. He can play whatever deck he wants. That's the name of the game. You know? So what does this card do? It just gives him another normal summon. Okay, that's kind of cool. I just don't like the dimension shifter. I kind of use my graveyard a little bit. I mean, can I survive without it for a turn? Probably. Probably can do that. I'm presuming that this guy's just going to summon the, what is it? The Exceed that just switches my monsters to defense mode, which is fine by me. I like to be in defense mode. No, it's Ophion. Level 5 or higher monster is going to be special summoned. Well, that is certainly not great for me. And Epidemic doesn't do anything for me, so I'm good on that. I'm good on that part. But now I cannot Synchro Shokan, which is a little annoying, but I will make do. Alright, so I get no graveyard, which is a little annoying. Let me think about this. Do I do the do? We shall do the do. Let's activate our Super Heavy Samurai Prodigy, Wakaushi. This is our one card stop, because what this card does, I have no spell traps in grave. I can activate new Pendulum Scale, and then bring out the Wakaushi. Wakau. And that's going to allow me to just keep going. Because our Big Benkei, I have a Super Heavy Samurai. I can just add another one. Now, the problem being here is that I have no grave. Normally, this would be the part where I go into these long-winded combos. I just start doing stuff. You know, I like to do stuff in this deck. That's kind of the idea of the deck. Let's see. Cannot be special. So, okay, I have an idea to get around this. It's an interesting idea, if I do say so myself. Okay. This will get banished, but I'm pretty sure I still get the search. Yes, I do. Alrighty. You know what? When my opponent's like Floodgate, the Samurais can handle a Floodgate or two. I can handle that. This is why we play the one copy of the Big Benkei. One might say, oh, you're playing combos. You don't need Benkei. Guess what? I'm playing them anyway, because I can. Alright, so we've got our Big Benkei. That'll take care of Ophion fairly well. Unless he's got some other floodgatey thing, on which he could. Unaffected by spell traps. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo! Alright, let's equip the soulpiercer. He's not in defense mode, but it's nice to have the soulpiercer anyway. And we're going to go into a battle phase and attack into the Ophion. That's right. Say goodnight, little boy. There you go. See, improvisation. That's what you need to have when playing a deck. You know, I was getting ready to do all my combos. My opponent said no grave. I need the grave. I had to have a plan B, and I did it. Okay, so I couldn't make the Scarecrow. I'm not going to make the Scarecrow. I'm just going to end my turn. We're good for the moment. I've got my good old Big Benkei. We're pretty set on that. He's a 3,500 defensive wall. He can attack wall and defense. I've got piercing damage. Even if he gets rid of my soulpiercer, I will get a search. And that's the nice thing about it. And my opponent will surrender. And this, my friends, is what happens when you play dishonorably. A shameful display, my opponent do. As he just tried to lock me out of things. Don't need to lock each other out, says the guy with all the negates. No, you just need to play some combos. And then put some effort into it. That's all you need. So, you get a taste of the Super Heavy Samurai. This is more old school samurais with the Big Benkei. But it gets the point across. Is that we have the versatility to not only do combos, but to go at it old school. So, let's go for duel 2. Try to show off the combo as it is meant to be shown. The long, you know, just go with the Ushiwaka. As long as we have that, boy, we are all golden. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go and do it again. Alright, this hand is an interesting one. I don't really like having the gearbox, but I have other searches for that combo. So all in all, not bad. It can be worked with. We've got our motorbike. A weird card, but it is a searcher for all Super Heavy Samurais, and I shall oblige myself to doing so. So, much as I was attempting to do before, I shall go for the Ushiwaka. You know? We're gonna go ahead and get the Big Benkei. Good old ancient Japanese references. I mean, wakaushi, Ushiwaka Maru. This is a nice little reference. Only reason I remember it, though, is really the Fate series. And only because I remember Ushiwaka for, reasons. Anyway, we've got ourselves our prodigy, a wakaushi, and we're going to keep going. Big Benkei is going to search us a samurai, and we want our soulpiercer. This guy is literally Infernity Archfiend for this deck. Non-once per turn, it hits the graveyard, by whatever means from the board, I get a search of any of my monsters. It's pretty brutal. It's actually funny, because this card's like way newer than Infernity Archfiend, and yet it's not a once per turn. It's a crazy thing. So, what can my opponent do? He's got something. What the something is, it could be many things. For now, though, we're going to make a choo-choo train. Not the train I'm used to, but a train I'm going to make. So we're going to make our tilting entrainment. It's a nice little synchro that works with the pendulums, because it lets me revive a pendulum monster. We're not going to use Ushi's effect, though, because that would put it back in the scales. So, wait, what does this do again? Negates effects at the end of the turn, the monster leaves the field. I take damage. Ow. Well, that mildly sucks. Let me think about this. Okay, I can make this work. I have the option. It's not ideal, but I can make this work. That's the nice thing about this deck. You have to have the ability to make things work. So we're going to special summon the Super Heavy Samurai of the Ninja Boy. He's just a body on the board. I can steal spell traps from the grave. More importantly, I need to be able to use my Soul Peacemaker. It's a very important equip. I can just equip it to a dude, tribute that dude, bring out another dude. And that way we get our scales to even up. You know, not to be confused with pendulum scales, this is Super Heavy Samurai scales. He revives a boy from the graveyard, so I can use it for more crazy stuff. Alright, so... yeah. My opponent, well, this is the competitive server. I shouldn't be that surprised. More annoying than anything. Let me think about this. Let's see. I can't use you as link material, but it's better than doing nothing. All right, one last go into the go with the Scarecrow. That actually kind of rhymed. I didn't even mean it to. All right, but we're going to be able to revive a monster. I can't use scales again. So let's just get soulpiercer so we have a monster on the board. And my opponent surrenders. Competitive boys can't, again, my opponents are trying to stop me from doing what I want to do. But samurais can just push through. And again, I was doing fine without Scarecrow until I actually needed the thing just to, do something. This deck can work just fine without Scarecrow. It's just nice to have my boy. And we will miss my boy. We will miss the Scarecrow. But you know what? That's how it is sometimes. And what was I going to end on? Honestly, not that much. But it was going to be something I could at least, survive with. So we'll go ahead to duel number 3. Hopefully we get a little less interruption. If I get interrupted this whole time, I will show off the combo at the end of the video. Okay, I'll show off the combo. It's not that complicated. So let's go for duel 3. All right, and the third opponent, the fight in third. And hopefully this time a real fight will be had. So far, my opponents have just been kind of meh. Tis a thing that happens on occasion. You can't really help it too much. But we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a go. Our opening hand has a lot of hand traps in it. And we will get hand trapped, but that is how it go. All right, I'll see you there, sir. You have stopped my motorbike. I ran out of gas, I suppose. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, I do have some things in here. Of all the things, of all the decks I had to see today, it had to be this one. It had to be the Runicks. It's funny that Runicks got, like, nothing stopped in it. What does this do? Add the field spell? No. Not if I can stop it. I mean, if you got called, like, you call me, but... add a runic card from... Mr. Funny Guy. Mr. Funny Fun Man. All right. Well, indeed, you got your field spell, sir. I hope you choke on the damn thing, because I can't stand the runic archetype. And he surrenders! Okay, that one doesn't... I don't want to really count that as a win, though. That's more of my opponent just not getting to search the quick play so that they can reactivate 20 spells. No, that doesn't count too much, but... there you go. If you want to stop Runicks, just slap him on the wrist. That's all you really need. Let's go for a 4th duel. Come on, we got to have a decent opponent on the competitive somewhere. Casual's better than this so far. Just in case anyone was curious as to if I'm competitive, there you go. I am on the competitive server. I don't know where all the competitive players are. I mean, I guess it's all just like cheesy lockdown strategies and Runicks. That's what the competitive servers become. I don't know. Everyone on the casual servers filled with like meta decks and crazy combos. I don't know what to say. I guess that's just how it goes. I don't know what to say. I just want to show off this deck. I like playing this deck. I just started learning all these combos just in time for the Scarecrow to get the hit. And now I go on a competitive and they just don't exist. But you know what? We got one more chance. I'm going to get competitive one more chance to give me a competent opponent in Mr. Stock Butterscotch or whatever his name is. And hopefully this guy will be competent. And hopefully we'll have a hand that works. And we have a hand that, at least conceivably works. I don't like starting with the Tunneler, but, there's some garnets in this deck. It is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, am I going to get hit with some... Whoop-de-doo! Okay, well, we're going to get impermed. That definitely hurts my strategy. Oh, my goodness. What happened to competitive? I thought competitive was supposed to be challenging. I was expecting lots of challenge, but challenge there has not been. All I want to do is show off the combo. I mean, you go into entrainment, you got the thing, you got the soulpiercer. He's going to be searching me some things. Oh, that doesn't actually help you, friend. Good effort, but that doesn't actually stop anything I'm doing. Oh my goodness, is this what competitive means in Yu-Gi-Oh now? Is it just people not knowing what the heck they're doing? I don't understand, but yeah, Soul Peacemaker, activate that. Go into, oh wait, I guess that does stop me to a degree, doesn't it? Let me think about this. Special summons, okay. Improvisation. Because remember, I have more things. And I don't have another normal summon, but I do have the Railroad Stampede. This is my own little tech card. Because I do have a lot of Earth machines, and this is like summon a monster, get back an Earth machine. It's pretty nice. Let me think here. What do I want to do? I want to use Soul Peacemaker and entrainment to summon out a Ballista. Because Ballista will get to summon out there. My soulpiercer will get me my other scale. At some point during all your combos, you always have to remember to get a scale. So what we're going to do is get where is he? There he is, Coral. I had to get Coral. You can get other things too, but this works just as well. So we're gonna get our Ancient Gearbox, and then Gearbox will get us our Claw. What is this triggering? Trigger this card, target a spell trap in your opponent's grave, set to your field. I don't need Imperm. Imperm these balls. Alright, so we've got our Ballista. And now we're going to make our Cleafort a Genius. You always want to make this right before you Pendulum Summon, because then you get all the goodies. Alright, so let's get some of them goodies. Let's see. You, and you. And I'll leave the Claw. I think I might need that later. But for now, we'll summon a Dabox. We'll summon the Tunneler. We shall summon the Ushi that is Walk. And shall summon forth the Pegasus. So, Pegasus will go off and revive the Soul Pierce. Because, just like Infernities, you must always abuse of a thing. So we're going to get Therion's King with our Cleafort. And I will also get myself my Soulpiercer. Alrighty. Oh, I got a big Borload. Ooh, I can make Borload, Savage Dragon. Let me think about this. Doing math. Let's see. Quick to a monster, but this card, special this card. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to use this and this to make this. Make our Borload Savage Dragon. And then I'm going to go ahead and chain block, be like, hey you, Mr. Magoo, I'm going to get something else for you. Let's get motorbike. That way I can search whatever I want next turn. And I'll go ahead and get a Mabalita. Get that going. Then I'm going to remember that I used the wrong thing to get that out. Alright, that was a minor inconvenience. I was going to be able to do one extra, like, Exceed summon. Let's see. A face-up monster. Level of that monster, or this could be the level of the other. Oh yeah, I can do that. But that doesn't help me. Yeah, I was supposed to leave Ushiwaka on the board, so minor issue on my part. It's fine. So we're going to use Cleafort Genius. Our Bucks, we'll use Tunneler, and we'll go ahead and use just everything. We're going to make ourselves Appaloosa the Bruiser. And now we're going to use our infinitrack Tunneler. I can get back 5 of my cards as I need them. So, boop, 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 boop. And this one. Why not? Get the train. Get the pain train. Get that back there. Draw 2 more cards. Hey, how you doing? And we're going to use our Therion King Regulus. This way I'll have 2 Omni Negates and 4 Monster Effect Negates. It's pretty brutal. I don't know Floodgates. I do well, I guess I could summon Sargus, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'll do that later. For now, we'll let our opponent go. At least, hey, at the very least, barring simple mistake where I could have had the Exceed on the board on top of all this, this is a pretty brutal board. I mean, I've got 4 Monster Negates, 2 Omni Negates. My opponent only has 4 cards in their hand because of their own thing. So, yeah, little tricky for you, my friend, but this goes to show. This deck has the robustness. We can play through a Crow. Well, Crow doesn't really do too much to us. The Imperm misplayed entirely. So we should be able to just completely clock this dude. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be pretty brutal. We'll see. I'll be competitive. Show me what you got, competitive man. I've got Coral. He's the OG Pendulum, and like, no! Kaiju! What is this? Special summon a Dark Synchro. Target Blackwings, and do nothing with them. Okay. He made his statement. Alright, let's go for the next duel. Alrighty, everybody, our 5th opponent. Last chance for competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Server. You know, so far, I mean, I'm doing some of the things I want to do. I'm doing most of the combo. My opponents aren't doing much to stop me. Although I'm going second. This hand's good, but I would have liked to go on first. We'll see what this guy's playing. Not playing Pendulums, I'll tell you that much. He ain't playing them. Melffys. Okay, Melffys are they can be pretty damn strong. They're a little scary. We'll see. It's like if I summon a monster or attack them, then bad things happen. So we'll see how that goes. Does he get something now? He does. That could be difficult. I mean, I've got like soul beads to protect myself from Kalantoses, but I'm not running it at the moment. So we shall see in a moment how this goes. Alright. Continue of the onslaught and see where this goes. Get my soulpiercer and see if I can pierce the soul. Yeah, Melffys can be a tricky bunch to deal with. They have a lot of different effects, and they do it in conjunction with what you're doing. The annoying part will come not from the dog, but the cat itself. It will in fact be a Vagato that does me the most wrong. Because this lets him get the seal, and the seal lets him like synchro summon on my turn and bounce my stuff. That will definitely be the more troublesome aspect of this. So we shall see. It really depends on how, like, one, how jumpy my opponent is. Two, how much they know about my deck. And it seems like he knows enough to start hitting me in the gonads now. We shall see. Alright, so the cat will get him the seal. The dog will get Kalantosa. And he's going to pop one of these. I would presume he's going to hit my wakaushi. Oh, he's getting a hop-eared squadron. Okay. I mean, that's the same thing, essentially. It's the same thing as the seal. But it's not a seal. It's a rabbit. And where's that Kalantosa? Show me Kalantosa. I know you're planning on it. That's the only thing the dog ever summons, because there's not many other choices. Oh. What happened to dog? Did he misclick, or did he choose not to? Wait, hold on a second. That's not right. Where's that dog? Summon a monster. Odd. Did he bounce it and not summon? I guess that's what he did. Kind of an odd choice, but what have you may. I mean, he's got Peony. Peony the penguin. Or not, I was about to say that's a penguin. That's a funny looking penguin. Adion Post, the Serpent of the Gouty. Oh. Okay. Interesting tech. I've seen many Melffy decks. Gouty version is not one of them. Banish a 6-level fish from the deck. Okay, so he's trying. Let's see. Gouty, level 2. I just played this deck the other day. Did not do the thing. Okay. I don't understand why he didn't do the thing, but I am not going to question it. I'm just going to summon a choo-choo train. And my opponent surrenders. But why, though? Did you misclick or something? Were you locked out of, like, doing this effect for some reason? Is your fish in your hand? I'm going to presume that his fish is in his hand and he forgot to read his card. Alright, well, that is an unfortunate thing, but I'm out of time. So, I guess it technically counts as a win, but it's not a win I appreciate. I was getting ready to run this dude over, but he made very questionable choices of play, and I don't know why he chose not to summon anything off of it, but is what is. So let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. Superheavy Samurais. Unbroken. Unbowed. That's right. They destroyed everything we went up against, and I'm a little disappointed more in competitive server Yu-Gi-Oh! It was not half as competitive as I figured it would be. Maybe I caught all the meta players with their pants down. Maybe they were on their lunch break. I don't understand it, but the main thing is we got to show off the deck. We showed off the combo, barring having Sargus on the field, but that is what it is. This deck is fine. Superheavy Samurais will miss the Scarecrow, but the Scarecrow, as you can see, is really, at this point, more of a side option. It's more of a thing you can do rather than something you need to do combos. Really, Scarecrow's most, agreeable and most useful function is in the off chance you have a bum hand and you just really need something on the board. Something to link off a lone Superheavy Samurai equipped with a soulpiercer if you have a bum hand. And, that'll be missed, but I personally think that Superheavy Samurais will be fine. We didn't get to do half as many of the synchros I would have liked. We didn't summon, like, Baron or Masawaro or things like that, but these are all viable things we can summon in a deck. We were able to summon a fair number of this. We got to do the combo just fine, so I'm happy with it. We got to show off the Superheavy Samurais doing what they do, and, Scarecrow is going to have to go, but, you can replace him with whatever you want. You can put Trishula in here if you wanted to. It doesn't happen often, but you can. Shooting Doji, Nightmare. You got, I like Metaphy's Horus. This is a nice cheeky tech card, and we can do it. We got level 2 tuners. It all depends on you. But anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like button. Consider subscribing. Help the channel get back on its feet, back up into the rankings. And one day we'll get to that 1,000 subs. It'll be neat. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for post-new ban list. And we're going to be playing some Digital Bugs, because I found this cool little tech card for Digital Bugs, and I really want to play it. So I'll see you guys again very soon with that. Until next time, your boy, the Memphis Accelerate. Gonna be seeing you next time. And I'll see you then. Y'all stay safe and happy. You have a good one.